Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be looking at a band called Lord of the Lost. Not heard of them before, so I had to do a bit of research and I actually found a considerable amount. So I tried to narrow it down to the most important factors. I found out Lord of the Lost is a German dark rock band from Hamburg, Germany, obviously, created by singer and frontman Chris Harms in mid-2007. It started out as a solo project, but while working on the initial songs and publishing them on MySpace, he realised he received a lot of positive reception and realised that he would require a full band in order to play them live. He then went on to recruit other musicians from his friends in the Hamburg music scene to form the band and begin working on the first album. Harms originally called the project simply Lord, but then later changed the name to Lord of the Lost to avoid possible name disputes with bands like Lordy and The Lords. Before creating Lords of the Lost, Harms was a singer and guitarist with the rock band Filii, guitarist and second singer with glam metal band The Pleasures, as well as a musician on various other projects like Big Boy or Unterart. Never heard of them. Having looked through the information about them, I'm surprised I've never heard of them. They've released 6 studio albums, 15 singles, 5 EPs, 5 live albums, 3 DVDs, and almost 30 music videos. So how I've never heard of them, I really don't know. But I'm intrigued to see what this is like. So it says German dark rock band, so I'm not quite sure what they mean by that, but it sounds interesting, and I've got to say the thumbnail for the video looked interesting, so I think we'll jump to it, see where we go from here. Now the song we're going to be looking at is a song called Loreley, and yeah, let's see what we get. So Loreley by Lord of the Lost. Right, I'm going to pause that there for a minute. Very, very interesting. Now, first of all, the sound of the band is not what I expected at all. It actually kind of reminds me of London After Midnight. Quite a big fan of London After Midnight, actually. I've got quite a lot of their stuff. Kind of reminds me of that. It's very, very interesting. I like the sound. Didn't expect to see a guitar in there. Yeah, I love the sound of the guy's voice. It's almost like I said, it's got a very London After Midnight feel to it, but there's like almost a bit of Depeche Mode thrown in there as well. Like I said, I love the sound of the guy's voice, and the sound of the music is very, very good. Now, the song, as far as I can tell, and well, I'd say as far as I can tell from what I've read, the song is based on the myth of Loreley, which was kind of given away by the name of the song. And basically the story of Loreley it's the story of a beautiful woman who is associated with a rock called Loreley Rock that's on the banks of the Rhine in Germany. Now, in the poem written, the beautiful Loreley is betrayed by her sweetheart and is accused of bewitching men and causing their deaths, kind of like in the way that mermaids do, I imagine. Rather than sentence her to death, the bishop consigns her to a nunnery. You know, said, right, you've got to go to a nunnery. You're not allowed to do this, that, and the other. Now, on the way to the nunnery, she's accompanied by 3 soldiers, you know, basically armed guards to take her there. And they go past Loreley Rock on the banks of the River Rhine. And she asks permission just to climb to the top of it, just so she can look out into the world once more before being consigned to this nunnery. As she stands atop this rock, she believes that she sees her love, the guy that betrayed her, in the Rhine, and she basically jumps to her death. Now, the fact that her name was Loreley and she was on Loreley Rock, I'm guessing the rock was, in the myth, the rock was possibly named after her. So it's quite a tragic story, quite a nice little story, and the song itself seems to echo that. As the lyrics go, she knows her grief is a beast that kills from inside. She lifts the souls from their home at aerial high tide. No moments alone, no sorrow to share, in search of a key you know is not there. Oh no, Loreley. Oh no, Loreley. With arms to the sky and dreams in the dirt, being stronger than death does not heal the hurt. Oh no, Loreley. Oh no, Loreley. And then it goes into that chorus. Cry, Loreley. Cry for Eden, Loreley. Cry, Loreley. Cry for Eden, Loreley. So, you know, it's telling quite a tragic and, in its own little way, sort of beautiful love story. So, interesting. Carry on.
Time can't reverse her
Well, there we go. I'll let it run to the end of the credits, just sometimes I put a little funky bit at the end, but not in that case. That, I actually thoroughly enjoyed that. It was a really, really good piece of music. Really good song. There's a moth flying around. Anyway, no, I really, really liked that. I really, really want to hear some more of their stuff. This was absolutely brilliant. I love the style of the music. I love the style of the vocals. The guy's voice is phenomenal, and he's used varying styles of vocals throughout it, which I've said a million times I really, really like. Okay, for the most part he goes for that sort of, I would almost call it dark gothic vocals, but every now and then he puts in those really sort of quite harsh, sort of shouted, growled lyric vocals, which sound brilliantly done. And anybody who's a fan of Skinned, did you notice his makeup on his face? It's exactly the same as the makeup that she used in one of their videos. I think it was probably Richard Ramirez, I think. But either way, you know, exactly the same makeup. But no, I absolutely loved that. I mean, I love the story behind the song as well, the meaning behind the lyrics. Like I said before, it's a beautiful and tragic love story. The song actually carried on. She's starved of light, no respite. Each breath's a burden. Time can't reverse her grim curse of eternal life, or of life eternal. Sorry, I cannot read today. No moments alone, no sorrow to share. In search of a key you know is not there. Oh no, Loreley. Oh no, Loreley. Then it goes back into that chorus: cry, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley. Cry, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley. And then it went into some very harsh vocals where he just repeated, scream for me, 4 times over. And then went back into cry, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley, sung that final line sung with quite harsh vocals. Then it did the chorus again, cry, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley, cry, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley, Loreley, Loreley. So, yeah, you know, like I say, it's a nice song. You know, it's brilliantly performed. It's got a lovely story behind it. It actually has some meaning to, like, myths and folklores of the area where, you know, from where they're from. You know, it's got German folklore, German myth in it, and, you know, it tells a story of a specific place in the German countryside. You know, it's a brilliant song. Absolutely love it. Well performed. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of London After Midnight. A bit of Depeche Mode in there. Maybe a little tiny bit of Rammstein thrown in there. Very, very good. Absolutely loved it. I really, really must hear some more of their stuff. Fantastic. Brilliant. But I can't think of anything else to say on that. So I'll leave that as it is. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so. By all means, you can drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on Facebook or my Instagram. You could also message me through Patreon, where you could also help to support me so I can create better videos in the future, probably improve the quality and the like. Do know though, if you do make a suggestion, it might take me a while to get around to it, since you know, I get suggested so many new tracks every single day. For every one video I make, I get suggested another 12. So my list grows really, really quickly, but I do write down every suggestion I get, so it will get done eventually. It just might take me a while to get around to it. Also, MetalHead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those that are perpetrated against those of the alternative culture. And it's something that I very, very strongly believe in, something I believe definitely needs more attention than it gets. Because, you know, every day on the news, in the media, we hear about the various kinds of hate crimes around the world. We hear about racism, homophobia, sexism, transphobia, religious hatred. We hear about all of these sorts of things every single day in the news. But we're not hearing about these people that are getting violently, viciously, brutally attacked just because they listen to alternative music. You know, people are getting severely injured just for their taste in music, and it's beyond comprehension. It makes absolutely no sense to me, because, you know, why would you attack someone because they like different music to you? What effect does their taste in music have on your life at all? It has absolutely no effect at all. It's quite simple. You know, you don't attack someone because they like different TV shows or movies to you. You don't attack someone because they like different flavour crisps or ice cream to you. So why would their taste in music be an acceptable reason to attack someone? It's not acceptable, it's unacceptable, but it's happening every single day all over the world. You know, people are getting violently attacked. Some people are getting hospitalised just because they like alternative music, and it's ridiculous, you know. Just because someone likes something different from you doesn't give you an excuse to attack them. And, you know, when it comes to the point that a young woman, Sophie Lancaster, and her boyfriend Rob Maltby get attacked by a group of people on their way home, you know, they're just minding their own business walking home, and they get set upon by a group of about 5-6 people, and Sophie Lancaster is beaten so severely that she dies from her injuries. I mean, she is kicked and stamped on. You know, her head was kicked and stamped on just because of the music that they listened to. And she died from her injuries. And no one should ever have to lose their life just because they like different music. You know, and we can't let it happen again. And this is exactly what the Sophie Lancaster Foundation is all about. They want to stop this from ever happening again. They don't want to see another family go through what they went through when they had to sit there for nearly 2 weeks watching their daughter slowly die because of a group of intolerant morons who couldn't accept the fact that not everybody likes the same stuff. You know, it can't be allowed to happen again. The fact, you know, someone losing their life because they have a different taste in music is ridiculous at the highest degree. You know, something like that should never happen, but it has happened, and it's only a matter of time before it happens again, and we can't let that happen. So if you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what their goal is, because they can explain it so much better than I can. And if you can help them out in any way, you know, even something as simple as one of these Sophie wristbands, they've got a whole bunch of other merchandise in their online store. You know, if you can help out in the smallest way, even the smallest amount can make the biggest difference. And the sooner we bring more attention to this, the sooner we can help stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.